Each child deserves a caring parent, yet not every adult is fit to be one.
Sit in the back. Get in there.
Please, why?
What do you mean why? Sit in the back of the car. Slide in the car now.
In 6 instances, wicked parents faced the reality of being caught. It began with a case where an officer from the Valua County Sheriff's Office answered a call about a neglected child found in the driveway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we find? No.
I just pulled over.
They were walking in the road?
Yes, he actually.
Oh, I know where it is. I think I'm pretty sure I know which one. He's from that one right there.
Oh, good.
I'm pretty sure.
So.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know.
You want to come to me or are you good there with her?
Oh, look at you.
All right, let's go. Can you pull over here for me 1 second? I think I remember this guy.
Poor little man.
Does he say anything to you?
No, he didn't say anything. He's not afraid of it, for sure.
He didn't say nothing, though?
No.
Oh, okay.
2 worried women stopped their car and called 911, worried about the child's safety. This officer had encountered the same child before, knowing exactly who the parents were, indicating it wasn't the first time.
Hello! My blue lights, buddy? Look at that. We're gonna sit in that car, actually. Can you hang tight with him while I pull my car over here and he can sit in the back of my car for a second? Absolutely is.
Come here. Hey,
Thank you.
oh, you poor little diaper.
Absolutely. Let me pull my car in here.
I had to pull over. I had to.
No, absolutely. Where was he walking? He was just walking right here?
Yeah, get ready to walk into the intersection. And I'm just coming from New Smyrna for my doctor's appointment.
Okay.
It's freaking me out.
Would you mind giving me a written statement about what happened? Okay, give me
I
1
definitely
second.
will.
And I know you're working, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible for you.
Thank you.
You know, I don't want to say it's that trailer right there,
Right.
but I was out here for a similar incident, and it was that trailer right there. So I'm going to try to find the mom again.
Same child?
They were younger, they were younger obviously at the time, but that's why I'm kind of remembering him. You're a godsend today.
Yes.
Go ahead. You want to sit in the back of my car real quick? In the blue lights on? We'll put the blue lights on, all right? Ooh, look at you, man.
I know, it's so cool.
Right? Look at you, all right? You want to sit in your car?
Okay,
Go ahead,
yeah,
where it's
that'd
nice
be
and cold, and
great.
I'll hang out here with him.
Thanks.
What's up, little man? You like it in here? Woo! Boom, push it. Look at that.
With no reply from the parents, the officer decided to gather witness statements and await their arrival. The officer's conduct towards the child deserves an applaud as it contributed to keeping the child calm. Shortly after, the parents emerged and were confronted by the officer.
You don't recognize me? I was here last time when this happened. You remember that?
Yeah.
And your son today was in the street walking out on US 1, and luckily some nice ladies saw him and stopped before he got smushed by a freaking car. You know, what were you guys doing in there?
We were just sleeping.
Just sleeping?
Yeah.
Can we get him a new diaper on? His diaper is really soiled. You don't even want to, I mean, you can look at it obviously, but it's disgusting. Like, I didn't even want to walk in there, but I wanted to make sure there wasn't another kid in there.
Is this the same kid or a different one?
No, it's the same kid. It's the same kid that called us last time. He's got a younger sister, I think. She's with the grandparents. So we're going to need to call DCF or the grandparents.
Surprisingly, the mother displayed no reaction upon learning that her son was nearly run over, revealing their character. Luckily for the little boy, the officer then informed the parents that they would be arrested for child neglect.
Step out of the car for me. Come here. Come on. Step out of the car. Put your hands behind your back. I've had enough of this with both of you.
What, so you're arrested?
You both are getting arrested, so get your kid dressed.
For what?
Child neglect.
Why?
Come on. What do you mean, why? Have a seat in the back of my car. I've had enough of you guys. Sit in the back. Get in there.
Please, why?
What do you mean, why? Sit in the back of the car. Slide in the car now.
Sure.
Poor parenting. Add that one to the list. Turn around. Come here. You're next.
For what? Why am I getting arrested?
Child neglect. Put your hands behind your back.
What did I do though?
What did you do? It's what about you didn't do. You didn't watch your kid. Your kid's out on the road. This is a history with you two. I mean, this is just a circus. All I want was the kid to get some clothes and get changed.
What do you
You
think
guys
I
couldn't
was
even do
doing?
that.
What do you think I was doing?
Around, that's what you were doing.
I was putting clothes on. This is not fair at all.
It's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair to your son. That's what it's not fair to. Have a seat. They're letting him eat old McDonald's that's like 10 years old. They can't get him clothes. He's walking around with his glass everywhere. You know, this is just ridiculous. My patience is...
They didn't display any remorse for the situation concerning their son until they realized they were being arrested. The couple's child was placed in the care of the State Department of Children and Families. The identified and 25-year-old Jacob Kruger were detained in the Vollier County Branch Jail with a $5,000 bond. If you thought those were horrible parents, wait until you hear about 19-year-old Alexi Treviso.
I'm just going to tell you this. I've never, ever, I don't even know what to say about it. There was zero emotion.
On January 27, 2023, Alexi Treviso was admitted to Areja General Hospital in New Mexico due to severe back pain. However, it wasn't just an ordinary backache, she was experiencing labor pain. Rather than informing the doctors, she chose to do something unimaginable. Hang on tightly because what unfolded next was an incident that deeply traumatized the medical staff involved in the case.
Did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing an exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened, and then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie.
Alexi had been in the bathroom for an extended period until nurses grew concerned. Initially assuming that Alexi had injured herself, they never anticipated discovering a deceased newborn in the trash can of the restroom.
Sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this.
But it
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here.
I just put
Stop.
it in.
Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible.
Okay.
Obviously need your permission to transfer her for medicals. She's
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's still 19 years
you're
old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's
A lot
19.
came out of me.
You need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor and delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with.
Baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, but we need to do this correctly.
The newborn was discovered concealed with fabric at the bottom of the trash can, indicating that Alexi attempted to conceal her actions but was unsuccessful. Moreover, she was crying, further revealing her true character.
That came out of your toilet bag. You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble.
The mother's response and demeanor to the news are far from what one would anticipate in such a situation.
Blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like a horror film. The umbilical cord looked like an animal had tore it apart. Like, you know how, have you ever eaten string cheese? You know, when you twist it, that's how the bottom of the umbilical cord looked. And I just remember it caught my eye and I was like, God. I was like, this chick really ripped this thing apart. When there's like one or two things in the wastebasket, I usually pick it up and take it out, but I didn't that night. And then, like, I've been kicking myself on this because I feel like, you know, if I would have just taken it out, I would have seen it.
Well, no one prepares for that type of thing. You know what I mean? Most people don't act like that. So don't blame yourself for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a natural thing to do Well,
I mean, it's just hard because I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
right.
You know, like, it was horrible.
Alexi Treviso was ultimately apprehended and subsequently arrested on charge she could potentially face life imprisonment.
Just tell me what's going on.
She gets arrested.
This is my house. I
Right.
have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yes,
Okay,
warrant.
so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got to talk to her.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
Right.
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
I mean, she's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that. But we
Okay,
need
then
the
let me know
corporation.
now.
We need the corporation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the corporation. I told you answer my question. What is she under arrest for?
Situation. Shortly after this incident, Alexi was observed enjoying her school prom, placing blame on them for the entire ordeal. However, if one thought parents couldn't sink any lower, on April 22 ND, 2021, police responded to a residence where they heard the cries of children screaming about the well-being of the kids, promptly dialed 900.
Are they both your children?
That arrived then found the children locked in a room in deplorable conditions. The mother, once confronted, even dares to put their cries off as them playing.
Are you the mother of these children here?
Yeah, what's up?
They've been screaming and crying?
Yeah, they're playing. They have the windows open. That's what they do.
They're not playing, ma'am.
Right, well, he looks like he needs juice or something. He's showing me his cup.
Yeah, I was just about to go get them.
Okay, well, we're getting complaints that they feel like there's children in distress over there.
Yeah, they're very loud and they scream a lot.
Yeah, it's called a kid. Kid.
Yeah. They scream a lot and they're very,
How old are they?
almost 2 and 3. They're very
Is anybody supervising them?
Yeah, I was just in there. Like, I was just in there getting them stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my other daughter in the
So
other
there's
room.
like 10,000 choking hazards in there that they're locked in that room and nobody's in there supervising them? As they're screaming for the whole neighborhood to call us?
Is that bright in your eyes?
And this apparently has not been the first time from all your neighbors calling in, saying that they hear this multiple times throughout the week.
Of the house, the officers observed cockroaches on the walls. To compound the issue, she asserted that the house was a safe environment for her children.
When was the last time you even changed their diapers? As it's sagging there, probably full.
They had a ton of juice, and it was probably an hour and a half ago that I changed their diapers.
Does this seem to be a safe environment for your children?
Yeah, it's completely safe. It's just, they're very, very loud and vocal. And since both of the windows are opened,
This is a safe environment, huh?
we're still cleaning it out. Their uncles and aunt just left and they trashed the place. So,
I'm not enthused so far, to be honest with you.
neither am I.
You notice the cockroaches on the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see the...
So the screen was in there.
Yeah, the screen was in, but you see how they had the holes and so forth. They're pushing their fingers through, and I mean, I feel like you could easily push that out if you actually tried.
Okay.
It took her several minutes to, it seemed, a good amount of time to answer the door. When she answered the door, she was like groggy and tired.
Was the baby with her when she answered the door?
No.
Yeah, so she wasn't.
The infant was asleep in the bed. She seemed tired, groggy, kind of out of it, like she just awoken. And they were banging on the door that was locked from the other side.
Out.
With an empty juice cup. Mommy.
Oh, juice cup. I was like, what's a juice cup? Okay.
And screaming, mommy, mommy, juice, juice. And just loud
The
screaming.
mother, who previously showed no reaction upon hearing about her children's distress, is now breaking down as she is arrested for child neglect.
Based on our findings tonight, okay, we do have probable cause to make the arrest on both of you. Okay? It's just not fair until it's happening with these kids. Alright, so both of y'all are going to be going to jail tonight for child neglect. Okay, DCF has obviously custody of the kids, and they're going to be staying with your sister, cousin. Is that what it is? Hopefully you guys are able to get out tomorrow. You can get back to your baby.
Yeah, with what? We have no money. I have no family.
I understand, but we have probable cause to make the arrest.
We don't tolerate this. All right. The conditions they're in is unsafe for them in general. Completely unsatisfactory.
You're gonna probably want your wallet, your ID when you go. Alright, go ahead. Put your hands behind back, please.
Christina Coe and Gilbert Bridewell were ultimately arrested and taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility. Both face charges of 3 counts of felony child neglect without great bodily harm. Thanks to vigilant neighbors who reported the incident to the police, these young children were spared from the clutches of individuals like them. In a strikingly similar incident, children were left in a hot car until an observant Uber driver intervened. On August 21 SD, 2021, Ohio police officers responded to a 911 call reporting kids being left unattended in a car for an extended period.
I talked to the little girl. She said she don't know how long she been in here.
Okay.
One is like an infant, probably 4 or 5. And I think the other one was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I was just doing an Uber Eats here.
You're fine, okay.
And drove by and the little girl was hanging out the window screaming.
What, the windows was rolled up though?
Like the 2 are like the 2 how they are were kind of like how they are, but the 2 back were this one was up. The little like 3-year-old here was hanging out the car screaming, like screaming for her mom. So I stopped and I was like, "What's your mom's name?"
What's your name?
Steven.
You notify.
I do gig work for work.
Okay,
so
okay.
I was doing an Uber Eats here, and like I said, I drive by and the little girl was hanging out the window screaming for her mom. So I'm a parent, so I walked up to the car to make sure there was nobody in the car with them, and I asked her. I said, "What's your mom's name? I'll go get her." And then I saw the security guard and I asked him to come outside because this is a serious matter. And I was like, "You gotta call the police. This isn't okay."
In a fortunate turn of events, these kids were saved from a potentially fatal fate thanks to the actions of this individual. Shockingly, it was later revealed that the mother had been donating her plasma and had checked in at 7:30 in the morning, leaving her 2 children in the hot car for nearly 4 hours. The timing might have played a crucial role, as it appears the incident occurred in the morning when the temperatures were relatively milder, allowing the kids to endure the situation for a longer period without severe consequences.
It's getting really warm out here now.
It's really hot.
And
look, a baby's dressed in pants and long sleeves.
What's your name?
My name is Stacy. I'm the registered nurse here.
Alright, Stacy. Alright, we're just getting them checked out.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome.
Been here since 7:30.
Been here since 7:30.
When confronted, the mother appeared unable to grasp the gravity of what she had done wrong, underscoring her questionable parenting. As observed in other cases, she broke down in tears upon being informed of the impending child neglect charges. Strikingly, she showed no reaction when officers detailed how she had jeopardized the safety of her children.
And the kids are here now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We come here. However, people here, bystanders, were able to, open the door, give the kids some water. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
However, this is severity crime. Okay. You can't just leave the kids in the car unattended. All right? The car was not on.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't leave it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot outside, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you mean okay.
Even if it was on, people can take your children.
Yeah.
They can take your car. And it's like near 85 degrees outside. Inside that car heats up very fast. And children at a young age are they're easily raise their temperature level.
All right, so I'm going to go talk to my sergeant here. We're going to discuss how we're going to proceed. We're going to go to the hospital, get the kids checked out. I'm going to notify Child Family Services. All right? And we'll go from there, okay? Okay.
I got it.
Are you pregnant or postpartum?
No.
Go put your hands behind. We're just detaining you right now, all right?
I'm being detained?
Yes. Put your hands together like you're praying. Like you're praying. Yes. Stand by, all right?
The mother, who had previously shown a lack of concern for her children, now demands to see them as she is being arrested.
Yeah, Stacy Aldridge. 7:30, right?
7:43.
7:43, okay.
Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him?
Hey, loud. Yeah, they're going to the hospital, okay?
The woman, later identified as Tamisha Massey, was ultimately charged with endangering children. She was then enrolled in a drug court-mandated program, which she successfully completed after a few months. If you found the shocking incident of a mother leaving her kids in a hot car for hours alarming, the heartbreaking story of Brittany GSY and James Hamilton's children takes it to another level. Living with their 3 children aged 6, 7, and 9, Brittany and James proved to be more than just bad parents, often serving microwaved Hot Pockets for dinner. Their kids endured a toxic household. In an understatement, the couple would neglect their children. Things took a dark turn in March 2021 when Brittany and James reported their 6-year-old, James Jr. missing at the police station. Detectives, noticing unusual behavior from the parents, separated the couple for questioning, leading to disturbing revelations.
You wake up the kids or Brittany to make sure they didn't know where little James was.
Well, it was around about 8, woke back up with everybody, and we all went looking again, and then we couldn't find him where we came here.
What's your gut feeling of what you think happened to little James?
I don't know. I'm hoping he's somewhere there in the neighborhood hiding.
Does he have any friends that he hangs out with?
None I'm aware of.
Does he have any of the parks that he likes to go to?
Swing, anything will be on it.
Okay. Well, like I said, I really appreciate you talking to me. We're still trying to get to the bottom of all this, and obviously you and Brittany are our number one sources of information that's going to help us right now. But we got to find him. I'm sure you want him found as bad as we do.
I'd like to go as soon as possible before I go back out looking for him.
Sure. Well, you hold tight right here, and if you need something, knock on the door. I'm going to go check and see what else they come up with, or maybe I got good news.
James stated that after a dinner of pizza rolls, they put the children to bed. He claimed to have checked on them around in the morning when he realized that little James was missing. However, it's unclear if Brittany's account to the detectives aligned with James's version of events.
Punishment last night.
Corner.
I don't really like putting my hands on my kids. That's okay. That's fine. Some people don't. You guys, what'd you have for dinner last night? They had pizza rolls and chips. The kids did? Okay. They're telling me that James had gotten in trouble for something and that he wasn't given pizza rolls, but he was given bread. Instead, because that was his punishment. Do you remember that?
No, we gave them like lunch meat sandwiches at lunchtime.
And then all 3 of them, you're saying, got pizza rolls last night? Why would the kids tell me that?
I don't never make them go without any meal.
I know that.
I'd rather go without before them.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out what they're talking about. What the kids are talking about. Basically, I'm waiting for my guy to come here. He's going to do the polygraph for me. And we'll just kind of go from there. I got guys out canvassing the neighborhood. So we're actively looking for James.
Okay.
Little James is what I call him now because we got Big James in there.
It's confusing, I understand.
So we're looking for James now. Don't think we're just sitting here talking to you. I got a bunch of people out doing it.
I was going to say, is anybody even out there looking for him?
Yes, 100%.
Because I'm sure brother and sisters worry about their little brother.
Your daughter also said sometimes Big James doesn't get along with Little James. What would she mean by that? Does Little James get any more or less trouble than the other 2?
They all get
right.
About the same.
They're all close to the same age. They all, okay. So,
I know James does like being mean to them, so taking their toy away.
All Little James.
Yes, not that.
I got you.
How about I just say my son?
Get that over. Alright.
Brittany's reactions appear highly unusual for a mother who has just lost her child. Instead of displaying expected distress, she engages in casual conversation and even laughs with the detective. Recognizing the need for a confession to locate young James, the detectives, despite assuming the worst, decide to confront James with the information that Brittany has allegedly disclosed everything. It's a risky chance, but one the detectives are willing to take.
I'm terrible with names. What's her name? Brittany. Alright, now she's told me most of the truth. Okay? She's saying she don't remember where he's at, but she's told me about he's dead. Okay? And that you guys were together. Okay?
What do you want to know, sir?
I need to know where the body's at.
That I do not know. As for me being with her and the kids, no, sir, I was not.
We can talk about if you were there or not later. Okay, she's saying all five of you were together, and this is what happened. Okay, and I'm not going to go into details what she told me there. Okay, so at this point,
Well, what did she tell you that happened, sir?
well, I know that he's dead, and I know that his body's somewhere there, and I need to figure out. I'm wanting right now to recover his body is really important to me because it gives closure to both of you guys. Okay, that's the most important thing. We can go into detail later that when it's happened. Okay, because surely she's smart enough to tell you, even if you weren't with her, okay, you got to take some ownership of this. Okay, don't minimize anything.
The ownership I would take of is where I didn't call when she brought the body home, sir.
Okay, where is the body then? When she brought the body home, what did she say she did with it?
She didn't tell me, sir. It happened up at Rush Run Park is where it happened at.
It happened in Rush Run.
Yes, she was supposed to take the kids up there, give them a scare tactic.
Right.
Drop them off for a few minutes, turn around, go get them, because they all was acting up real.
James claims that Brittany took the kids to a remote area out of town as a form of punishment to make them behave. According to his account, during this excursion, little James tripped and fell, and the impact tragically resulted in the loss of his life. Brittany then purportedly brought the lifeless body back home, where James was waiting.
She brought the body back to the house.
She brought the body back to the house.
And what's the conversation?
I told her, she called me.
So, did she leave? You're saying she brought the body back home, though?
Yes.
Okay, where was the body at when you saw it?
Upstairs in his bedroom.
In his bedroom. And when was all this? A couple days ago? Yesterday, today?
Friday night.
It was Friday night. So we're into Sunday now. We were Sunday morning. And how did you guys come up with the idea of, well, we're going to have to report him missing at some point, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That was her idea, sir.
Okay. So she brings the body home. Is it in the bedroom? And then what happens? Even if you yourself went out totally by yourself and got rid of it, I just need to know where. You're still helping your wife.
Believing that Brittany has confessed to everything, including his presence during the crime, James decides to distance himself from the situation. Unaware that continuing to talk to the detectives is only leading him further into trouble, he unknowingly begins to dig his own grave in the unfolding investigation.
Yes.
Okay. If we went out driving, did you take it back up to Rush Run?
We wasn't up the Rush Run, man. He's off a bridge. He's in the river.
Okay. What bridge? Middletown Bridge?
No. Cincinnati.
Down Cincinnati?
The bridge goes from Kentucky to Indiana.
Okay. How did you get, what time of day or night is this?
This was about 3 o'clock this morning.
This morning? Okay. What did you do with the other two kids go with you then?
No, they was at home and bed asleep.
Alright, so both of you guys get up. We gotta do something. And then take him down to Cincinnati off 71. Okay, and just throw him, did you throw him off the bridge or did you
hold him off the bridge?
Was it like a stream or was it the actual river?
The actual river.
The Ohio River, the big one.
Yes.
Alright, but you're doing good. I know this is hard on you, alright? Look at me. I know this is hard on you.
No,
it ain't fair to the little boy either. We'll figure it out.
I agree with you. I told her that. I mean, when she called me and told me she was at the wrong place, I told her, turn around, come home. Turn around, come home.
At the wrong place. You mean a Rush Run?
At Rush Run.
Okay. What was her plan then? Because he didn't accidentally get fall.
I don't know, sir. I mean, the story she told me when she came home, 1 minute it was he had the handle door and she took off and he fell.
On the car? On the van?
On my van.
Okay.
Then the next minute it was that he was chasing after her, tripped and fell.
So she told you a couple different stories?
Yes.
James claims ignorance about the actual truth, asserting that Brittany had narrated multiple conflicting stories about what had transpired. Detectives, realizing they don't have the complete story, choose to confront Brittany with everything James has disclosed. What unfolds next is incredibly shocking.
Why? Because from what you've said, and please correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
James told you, I want the kids gone, I don't want to see them no more.
Yes.
When you loaded up in the car with the kids,
Mm-hmm.
you left Crawford Street with all 3 kids.
Yes.
James was in that house.
Yes.
He wanted you to take them somewhere and never bring them back.
Yes.
Okay. So you're confused. You care about James.
And I also
you care about James, right?
Yes.
So you take off driving. So you get to Rush Run, and did you tell them, hey, you hop out and pee, or did they?
Well, they said at first they said I have to pee. I said, okay, well, go ahead and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you got out, and you went in through the side door.
The side back door, yes.
Right, and you lifted him out.
Yes.
Set him on the ground.
Yes. I didn't throw him or anything. I just
Okay,
set him down.
sure. Nobody's saying you did. So once he's on the ground, what happens then?
I went to go pull off.
Where was James whenever you backed up and pulled out? Little James.
Well, I wasn't all the way into the parking spot. I was just like halfway there, not all the way there. When I went to go pull away, I'm guessing he had the handle.
Right.
And then I went to go drive off, and he, of course, had a handle. When I looked, he didn't have it. And I heard kids screaming. I don't remember. I thought it was for sure Rachel, but they both could have been. I don't know.
Why were they screaming? Because you were leaving?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they knew I wasn't never just going.
Sure.
So, they were standing by the bathroom stall, whatever it is, and James was kind of standing close to them, but not that close. And as I showed you on the paper, I just went around him and didn't realize he had the handle.
Did you see him grabbing a handle?
No. I'm assuming he grabbed the handle because I kind of pulled him a little bit, not much, and he got up and then fell back down. I guess I kind of probably made him hurt his knee on the ground or something, and he lost his balance, and he tried to catch his balance, and he didn't get to, and he fell and busted his head on.
Without a hint of remorse, Brittany has methodically recounted the incident, portraying it as an accident, perhaps in an attempt to appear less culpable for her child's death.
So when you got back home with James, you come back with the kids. How do you bring James? You just carry James into the house, or does James go out and get him?
I carried him in.
Okay.
Where are the clothes that you were wearing when you carried him in?
Sitting on top of my basket.
Are they dirty?
Yeah.
Right, I got you.
So you carry the boy back inside. Have you already contacted James and told him what happened? Okay, by text or by call?
It was a text.
You sent him a text?
Yes, and then he called me, told me to bring him back because he couldn't get James to listen.
So you bring the kid back, you carry the kid in, and then what happens? Where do you put the kid? Where do you put James?
I just laid him on the when you walk in the door, that room right there, on the floor.
The front, when you walk in the front living room?
Yes, the front room.
So the living room
where the
couch
is, yes.
You laid him?
I laid him on the floor.
Okay.
The bare floor. And he took him upstairs.
James took him upstairs
and put him in the bedroom. I wish I had an anxiety med.
The absence of a single tear on this mother's face is telling, indicating a lack of genuine concern for her child, an uncommon sight at this level of tragedy. James then proceeds to inform the detective about how he and Brittany disposed of the evidence by dumping little James's body into a river.
Way across the bridge, stopped, put it in park, she grabbed his feet.
You guys pull up. You guys see a car right around there. You wait, you go by. As soon as that happens, you guys pull up and there's really not much room there.
She jumps out.
Okay.
I didn't even open my driver's door. I just climbed around. She opened the side slider door, grabbed his feet. I grabbed his shoulders. Not that I'm aware of, sir. As soon as we let go, I jumped right back in the van. When we got going, she looked at me and said, I heard him hit. Kind of giggled about it even.
Right. Did you see him floating?
I don't know. I had no idea. She got straight back in the van and we took off.
And again, that's kind of where we are. You're worried entirely too much about what she. Now listen. I want the whole truth too. That's why you know the whole truth. You're sitting here fishing me to see what I know, and I've been fished by the best of them, and I'm not going to be a about it, but you ain't the
James's
best.
attempts to outsmart the detective prove futile, and he ultimately decides to come clean as he realizes there's no way he can escape the consequences now.
She wanted something to help hold him down in the water. There was a brick tied to his chest.
There's a brick tied to him?
Yes.
What kind of brick?
About this long, about that thick.
Like a cinder block brick, or like what kind of brick?
Something like a center block brick. It's more like a yard walking stone brick. I mean, it's about this long, like I was saying.
Right. Where'd you get the brick? You go out of the back of your yard. You go to the right down the alley or to the left down the alley?
To the right.
So you went to the right. Did you go to the cross alley or did you go all? So you go to the cross alley and you make a left. See, this is how this works. I know a load of information about this. A lot of it's been confirmed and that you told us initially. Now, with that being said, I'm not holding that against you because you're a little bit freaked out. But here's where we are. Right now is going to be one of your only opportunities to genuinely show me that you're going to...
With enough information from James to press charges, and observing James sticking to his final story of not knowing Brittany's intentions after she took the kids, the detectives decide it's finally time to speak with Brittany, who will ultimately reveal the brutal truth.
Okay, I need a shower.
I'll go back there and talk to him as soon as I drop you back off. I got a question for you, though. Are you willing to talk to me about what happened?
Yeah.
First off, I need to know why you guys are down in Richmond, Indiana, at Walmart. You did not go to any.
No, that's why I'm looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Did he take the kids and go to Walmart?
He might have. I don't know.
Okay.
I've
not seen the video
he
yet.
does stuff when I'm sleeping. So how am I supposed to know anything?
Well, I mean, you're not sleeping 24/7.
My meds would let me. I'd be sleeping 24/7.
Is he really where you said you dumped him? Yes.
Yes, that's where he dumped them.
Okay, but you were with him.
Yes,
Okay.
that is where.
That is where you guys went to do
Yes.
it. That's legit.
And yes, he said to make sure we dumped him on that side because of the currency or something goes this way. I don't know nothing about the water.
So it doesn't matter.
Even though it was an accidental.
I think it was to leave your kids out there is what you want to do, huh?
I
That's
went
a crime.
to go there to drop them off, not to harm them or anything.
Okay, but you're still banning your children.
Brittany's description of events is chilling. The detached manner in which she recounts the accidental death of her son, devoid of any emotion or tears, provides a glimpse into her unsettling nature. Recognizing the severity of the situation, the detective gives Brittany a final chance to come clean. Realizing she's in more trouble than anticipated, Brittany changes her story as a last-ditch effort to shift the blame onto James.
And
Where at?
remember when I told you when we got there, he wasn't.
When you got there, he was already dead before you got there. Yes or no?
Yeah, he had to, bitch, because he wasn't.
Okay, then how did he die?
Whatever James did to him upstairs.
Okay, you need to tell me that. What did James do? The kid, all three.
All three kids. You can ask all three of them.
Because I know he hog-tied them.
Yeah, and he was beating them.
Why didn't you call us? Okay, so he's dead before you even take him out of the house. Is that correct? Who loads him up in the car? So he didn't walk to the car.
The kids, like, basically helped him to the car.
Helped who?
The other two kids helped James to the car.
Your two other kids carried dead James to the car. Okay, you're lying.
No, am I not making this sense?
No, not at all.
Can you please stop yelling at me?
You're going to sit here and tell me and tell us that your two other babies carried youngest one to the car.
So then you really didn't drag James.
No, that's why I keep trying to tell y'all. I didn't do anything to that little boy.
You did, yeah, you did. You didn't help him, number one. Okay?
You're a grown ass adult. That's a little baby.
Yeah.
How many times? What are they going to say about you hitting on them?
No, I'm not really hitting on them at all. I make them stand in the
What are they going to say about you hitting on them that night with James upstairs?
They're not. They're probably just going to say I whipped their butt. That's about it. Like you said, you do your children.
Right.
But I don't punch them, leave bruises, nothing. That's all.
After
James.
hours of interrogation, Brittany, for the first time, begins crying while describing her son's death. However, her casual reference to him as little boy instead of my son and the frequent changes in her narrative have led detectives to conclude that she is indeed a cold-hearted killer. Frustrated with her continuous lies, they've reached the point of having enough.
Do you want to talk to me or no? You probably don't because you're not going to tell me the truth. You've sat back there in that jail and you've tried to come up with, because you've sat back there in that, just listen, okay? You've sat back there in that jail and you've tried to come up with some reason to justify you not getting charged with murder. Here's where we are, okay? You took them out there hoping no one would ever see them, find them, or you would never see them or hear from them again. Is that a safe assumption?
Brittany was ultimately sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 21 years. James, on the other hand, received a 19-year prison sentence for his role in the murder of 6-year-old James. If you found this information interesting, consider watching another video, and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.